Unajua, it's very painful watching young people making moves za hata create employment, doing something for themselves, alafu una feel government support na let down. This is courtesy of the conversation yenye inaendelea kwa mtandao ya Sammy Kioko. Sammy Kioko, beyond comedy, he has gone ahead to be an entrepreneur, Kioko Fashions, Sammy Kioko Fashions, na inasemekana he went ahead and did business with the Machakos County government and he supplied materials that can be verified, but very many months on, his money is not forthcoming. My friend Otieno Mokaya, senior counsel, introduced a very interesting variable that apparently hii kuwork na government, because every time people are complaining, kuna sengine people have committed suicide, there are people who've been bankrupted for doing business with government. To quote my friend Jackson Mwangi wa Cine Studio na Jackson Mwangi Photography, alisema the best way to do business with government is to get paid in advance. Now, an interesting submission yenye inatoka kwa my friend Otieno Mokaya, senior counsel, mimi namuita hivyo, senior counsel incoming, ni ati kumbe inaweza kuwa a deliberate scheme by government not to pay suppliers, and I'm struggling to wrap my head around that. Senior counsel, what does that mean?
So tendering process, how it happens, you get you apply for, let's say, an LPO, and then you are selected, you get the tender, you provide the services or the goods, then you are paid later.
Yes.
So government does not buy in cash. Government buy it in credit.
Yes.
So this credit has timelines. So my thesis is that if you can't wish away 20-30 million, don't do business with government, unless you also own a chemist selling purely antidepressants. This is how. So a government body will tender for, let's say, tea and mandazi. You supply tea and mandazi to the county government of county X for 6 months. Then you invoice for your payments. Immediately you invoice, a copy goes to KRA that you are about to get paid. KRA, while you are paid in credit, KRA is paid in cash. So immediately you tender and invoice, you owe KRA money. Then now your phone stop getting picked. You lose access to governor or whoever was giving you the tender. What government does is that they don't stop eating mandazi. They stop paying you. They stop taking your calls. Then you get into the list of other pending bills. What happens? Kila mtu anataka tenda ya serikali ndio aomoke. Some other fool is onboarded into the system.
Yes.
Then they supply also for 6 months. Then they get into the file that you are in. So then you realize, by custom, corruption is becoming, slowly but surely, it's legal. Everybody who has gotten a government pen, say it's somebody to get that job. So who unto you if you invested in credit? Because then, let's say you're building a road for government, or building infrastructure for the county government.
Yes.
You get LPO financing from a bank.
Yes.
The bank is polite with you, or they are gracious enough. They'll give you a 6-month moratorium. So if you are not paid by the 6th month, your repayment calendar starts running. So that now you have 2 problems. KRA was your problem the day you invoiced. Now the bank is your problem the day your moratorium lapsed. You are into the files of pending bills. Now by the time you are, let's say, the 3rd person, the election cycle is beginning. So the county government, which is political, is not focused on you. It's focused on the next election. There are 10 of you who have been into this circus. So you are in debt. You are also non-compliant with KRA. The next government comes. When the next government comes, it comes with their own tenderpreneurs. So your depression is irrelevant to this government. And who want to you if your governor or the procurement officer is not relevant in this new government? Then they'll onboard another people into the depression cycle. So slowly but surely, these people will keep procuring, keep putting young people or other people into debt that they're not willing to service. So what remedy do you have? You have the option to go to court. But in principle also, you can't auction government. So you'll get a very beautiful court order, which you can't really action immediately, because you can only action a court order through contempt proceedings, which you have to file through the Attorney General's office to the procurement officer at that time. But the procurement officer you are suing at that time might not be the same procurement officer who did what? Who did get this tender of yours. Or not necessarily the procurement officer, let's say the CEC or the PS of that particular time. So if power has changed also, you'll have now to prove that you did this job by tendering new documents, which will go into another series of examination. So I'll say here, unless somebody comes with alternative facts, that there is close to a systemic scheme by government and specifically maybe county governments to routinely and progressively put people into pending bills that they are not willing to pay. So if you can't write off, so government procurement and tenders are not for, not even the poor, they are not for middle class. If you can't mark 20-30 million as bad debt and write it off without dying, don't do it.
Aya. Uwan, to you, please don't. I hope Kioko gets his dues. I hope he gets paid. Sammy Kioko, we wish you all the best. But then again, kuna watu hapo nje unafikiria unasikia vizuri ati Kioko kuna kawivu fulani, and I think we'll address that. Yeah, unasikia fiti that Kioko anateseka sahi. Una wish, and this is an African thing, wish mtu mwingine like, oh,
so for you to succeed somebody must be failing.
For you to succeed someone must be failing. Oh, hiyo energy ni mbaya sana yenye, it's probably what's keeping some people down, hawezi pata access to resources. We wish Kioko all the best.
Free legal advice for Kioko: find a good lawyer. If at all you supplied what you say you supplied, find a good lawyer, file a matter against the county government of Machakos. If you are successful, then file for, and then they don't give you the money that has been ordered by the court, including your cost and interest, by the way. And now you'll be able to file contempt proceedings against the CEC of Machakos County. And once the CEC Machakos County is presented to court to explain why he's not honoring the orders, then maybe you'll get your money. But give yourself 1 to 2 years, because not a small, because not a small claim matter. So you don't have 6 months that go into claims below 1 million. So if it's above 2-3 million, give yourself 1 year to 6 months to get your day in court and maybe a judgment. All the best, bro.
All the best.
Nauliza aje, kwani kitu ishi ngapi? Ati Sammy Kioko kuna mtu amekatalia pesa yake yenye ashafanyia kazi, anamuita mkora. Kwani ama wachawi waliisha? Because at times I believe we should deal with people traditionally. Hata Mungu ataelewa. Because there is no way you're going to make me understand ati kuna mtu tu ameamua because they have power wanaweza nyanyasa mtu mwingine. Let's call out the county government. Sijui kama ni ya wapi hiyo, and that specific guy that Sammy Kioko is talking about, who's trying to frustrate him just because he's in power. Bana, kuna vitu hatutakubali zitendeke. Not because you have power and you're connected and you have money, you think utanyanyasa wa Kenya. Hapana, hiyo enda ufanyie huko kwako kwa nyumba. Enda upangapange bibi, watoto na watu kama hao. Sisi kama wa Kenya, we won't sit down and watch anybody, and I mean anybody, try and frustrate one of us just because you're powerful and you have what you tend to think is connections. Huyo governor akitoka, connection yako imeisha na kazi yako pia imeisha. So acha kiburi, patia Sammy Kioko pesa yake. Otherwise you are going to make a lot of noise until you understand that Kenya is ours and Kenya is our business. Funda.